ANA は2025年1月31日に就航した新規国際線羽田ストックホルム便を記念した式典を就航地のストックホルムにて2月4日に開催しました。
Welcoming up on stage the CEO of ANA, Mr. Shinichi Inoue.
Your Excellency, distinguished guests, dear friends, and valued customers, thank you so much for being here today. I'm Shinichi Inoue, President and CEO of All Nippon Airways, and it is truly a pleasure to welcome you all. In the beginning, we are deeply saddened to hear about the tragic event in Oroville. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims, their families, and the community. First, let me extend my heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Jonas Abrahamson, CEO of Swedavia, and the wonderful team at Arlanda Airport. Your unwavering support and dedication have been key to making this vision a reality. Thanks to your incredible efforts, this new route promises to provide a seamless, safe, and comfortable travel experience for everyone. I would also like to take a moment to sincerely thank Mr. Yuan Davidson, State Secretary, the Minister for Infrastructure and Housing. Your remarkable leadership and commitment to improving Sweden's infrastructure have been truly inspiring, and we are so grateful for your support. Additionally, I want to express my deepest appreciation to His Excellency Ambassador Hideaki Mizukoshi. Your tireless efforts to strengthen the ties between Sweden and Japan have been invaluable, and your contributions have played a crucial role in making the new route possible. Finally, I'd like to express our gratitude to Ambassador Per-Erik Hagberg for his tremendous support in helping us set up this new route while he was the ambassador of Sweden to Japan. During his tenure in Japan, he treated me like a true friend. He even allowed me to call him Takayama-san, which means high mountain in Japanese. Hagberg is also means high mountain, right? He always looked out for us, saying, "Let me know if you ever need anything." I'm truly grateful for his kindness. Today, we are celebrating a very special milestone, the inauguration of our new route, launched on January 31st, This is the first direct connection between Sweden and Japan by a Japanese airline, and it presents so much more than just a flight. It's a symbol of the strongest friendship and deep partnership between our two nations. For more than 150 years, our countries have shared a remarkable diplomatic relationship. Together, we have faced challenges, embraced opportunities, and built a partnership that enriches both our nations. Economically, the partnership between Sweden and Japan continue to thrive. Swedish companies have long seen Japan as an important market, while Japanese business greatly admire Sweden's leadership in technology, sustainability, and design. But our connection goes beyond business. Japan and Sweden share a deep love for art and design. We both cherish simplicity, elegance, and functionality. From Sweden's world-renowned furniture design to Japan's exquisite craftsmanship in textile and ceramics, our culture inspire and enrich each other, creating a lasting impact on global creativity. Sweden has always been closely linked to sports in my mind. I played table tennis in my younger years, and young Uwe Werdner, do you know him? Was one of the players who left the deepest impression on me and whom I respect the most. I have also long admired the magic and skill of footballer Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Today, I'd like to share a story that further connects ANA and Sweden through sports. Two Japanese sisters, Ayaka Hitosato and Haruka Toko, are making their mark in Swedish women's hockey league as players for Linköping Hockey Club. Remarkably, they are also employees of ANA. As Olympians, they not only excel in the sport but also contribute to ANA's culture, balancing their athletic careers with roles in our human resource department. I'm delighted that Haruka is here with us today. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone in Sweden for their support as they continue their wonderful journey.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a big warm hand to Miss Haruka Toko.
Hi, my name is Haruka Toko. I play ice hockey and I'm also an employee. Thank you.
Big hand. Thank you so much, Miss.
Looks very nice. Okay, as we embark on this new chapter, I'm filled with excitement for the connections that will be forged, the friendship that will grow, and the cultural exchanges that will flourish. This new route between Stockholm and Tokyo is not just about transportation. It's about building a bridge for dialogue, creativity, and understanding between our two nations. Thank you all for being part of this momentous occasion. Together, let's look forward to the adventures ahead, united by friendship, collaboration, and a shared vision for a brighter future. Thank you. And finally, please join me in a toast to our two great countries, Sweden and Japan. Score! Thank you.
Dear Mr. Shinichi Inoue, Your Excellency, Ambassador Mitsubishi, representatives of ANA and Swedavia, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, our thoughts go this night also to the parents, kin and friends affected by the terrible events in Örebro, as said before. But having that said, at the same time, I would also like to say that it is really a great pleasure for me to be here today on today's event celebrating the launch of the ANA's direct route between Stockholm, Arlanda and Tokyo. The ties between Sweden and Japan are broad and long-withstanding. We have had diplomatic relations for more than 150 years. And in December 2024, during Swedish Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson's visit to Japan, a new strategic partnership between Sweden and Japan was announced. The partnership and cooperation between our countries is, so to speak, now, of course, stronger than ever. The commercial and trade connection between Sweden and Japan are also strong, well developed and long-standing. Japan is Sweden's second largest export market in Asia. Around 150 companies are present in Japan. Japanese investments in Sweden have increased significantly in recent years, and many Japanese companies are established here. So we are delighted that ANA has decided to start operations to Arlanda and that you have chosen Stockholm as the heart of the Nordic-Baltic region. A little bit more than 1 year ago, the Swedish government also adopted a strategy for trade, investment and global competitiveness. And the strategy contains an initiative to further deepen our relations with partners in Asia. There is a particular focus on the World Expo 2025 in Osaka. Sweden participates through a Nordic pavilion with a particular focus on innovation, digitalization and green transition. And the Swedish government very much looks forward to World Expo 2025 in Osaka. Distinguished guests, aviation has always been an enabler of economic development, job creation and connectivity. That's almost simple to say. It contributes to social and economic cohesion and is a major facilitator of global trade. But maybe most important, aviation brings people together. This is important to remember in this challenging times we are facing now. In a time when geopolitics is casting a dark shadow over global trade and global commitments, it's even more important to establish new transport connections and strengthen partnerships, such as the one we now have between Sweden and Japan. And I'm absolutely convinced that the new Stockholm-Tokyo route will be a success. It will bring people closer through tourism, and it will also tie our strategic partnership closer together. And Japan is an important aviation partner globally, and ANA has a very strong reputation in aviation. For a long time, you have been an advocate for better international connectivity. Your route network covers almost all of the world, so I'm very proud that Sweden is now part of that network. Since the current Swedish government took office, we have been focusing on the benefits of good connectivity and on a strong aviation industry. For example, during the Swedish EU presidency, in the first half of 2023, we signed an agreement on air services between the EU and Japan. In order to improve the competitiveness of the sector, Sweden has also decided to abolish the special Swedish aviation tax on 1st of July this year. And eliminating this tax should boost connectivity and trade. It will also enable the aviation sector to invest in new climate-smart technologies. Dear Mr. President and CEO Mr. Noe, it is a great pleasure to be here and to hear more, as we have just done, hear more about the work ANA and your partners are doing to promote connectivity. I want to congratulate Swedavia and ANA for the excellent and hard work to set up the new route between Stockholm and Tokyo. And as I have heard now and understand, already the first flight last Friday was really a huge success, and will continue that way, I think. Thank you very much.
Good dinner. Jag heter Hideaki, Japans ambassador. Mr. Shinichi Noe, the President and the CEO of the ANA, Mr. Johan Davidson, State Secretary of Ministry of Infrastructure, Housing, and all the officials of Swedish governments and staff of ANA and Swedavia, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to follow Mr. Inoue and Mr. Davidson in expressing my deepest condolences for the victims of the shooting that took place in Elgro this afternoon. Today, I'm very honored to be present at this gala dinner organized by the All Nippon Airways. I would like to congratulate from the bottom of my heart the launching of the direct flight between Stockholm and Tokyo Haneda. I also attended the launching ceremony on January 31st at the Arlanda airport, and I was very happy to see the passengers of the first flight from Stockholm to Tokyo boarding the aircraft being very excited. At the boarding gate of the airport, I had a chat with several passengers. One Swedish family told me about their plan to go to Hokkaido for skiing, and one Japanese researcher who is working in Swedish university was going back to Japan with his wife and a baby. They all expressed their joy of being able to go to Japan on the first direct flight by ANA. Actually, I was very much tempted to fly to Tokyo with the passengers and asked Mr. Okazaki, the general manager of the Stockholm office of ANA, if there is a seat. And he said, there is just one seat left for you, Ambassador. And it was amusing to imagine what will happen if I sneak into the line of passengers and flew to Tokyo without telling my wife or anybody in my embassy. But remembering that I had some important engagements, I chose to stay joined ANA staff and Swedavia staff on the tarmac, wearing a yellow work suit. I saw the first direct flight until its takeoff. It was a moving experience to celebrate the first flight with the ANA team and the airport staff on the ground. I know that in addition to the people in ANA, the many officials in the Swedish government and Swedavia have made a great effort to start this direct flight. I would like to express my sincere gratitude on behalf of the government of Japan and the people of Japan for this launching of the direct flight. With a direct flight, you can save your travel time, improve the comfort level, and enjoy more time at your destination. If you fly by ANA, you can experience Japan on board, from food to entertainment program, so you can extend your time to experience Japan by about 24 hours on board the flight if you take a round trip with ANA. Well, generally speaking, where there is a strong bond and frequent exchange between two nations, there is a natural demand for direct flight. In fact, there was a significant progress in all areas of our bilateral relationship that justify these direct flights. I will show some examples. In December last year, Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson visited Japan and had a summit meeting with Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba. And the two leaders issued a joint statement on the strategic partnership. Based on the long-standing friendly relations between Sweden and Japan, the two countries agreed to promote cooperation in a wide range of areas such as defense and security, trade and investment, science, technology and innovation, and people-to-people exchanges. Thus, at a time when bilateral relations are being fundamentally strengthened, it is very timely that this direct flight was launched. Secondly, there is a huge potential for tourism. I have only been in Sweden for 3 months, but I am amazed at the high level of interest in Japan, in Japanese culture and food among the Swedish people. There are sushi and ramen restaurants everywhere in Stockholm. It is only natural that those who tasted sushi and ramen want to taste them in Japan too. In March last year, the Japan National Tourism Organization opened an office in Stockholm with the aim of promoting inbound tourism from the Nordic region. I'm sure that they will help you to explore various tourist spots in Japan. Thirdly, the business opportunities are growing between our two countries. This year, the Osaka Kansai Expo 2025 will be held in April, and more than 150 countries, including Sweden, are participating, with a theme of designing future society for our lives. Business Sweden has been playing an important role for the Nordic Pavilion. The Expo provides great opportunity to promote business relationship between Japan and Sweden. In addition, in 2027, the International Horticultural Expo, or Green Expo, will be held in Yokohama, which is close to羽田Airport. In addition to flowers and horticulture, there will also be expos on various themes such as SDGs, climate change, tourism, decarbonization, smart cities, food and agriculture. So Sweden's participation in this expo has not yet been decided, but this expo will also be a good opportunity for Sweden to promote various industries and technologies. So I would like to ask all of you to support this expo in 2027 as well. Furthermore, it is expected that this direct flight will serve as a bridge in trade and investment, cultural and academic exchanges, sister exchanges, etc., and further enhance our relationship. We just met the ice hockey player, Haruka Toko. Actually, I met her sister 2 months ago, and she taught me skating, and we skated together at the skating rink in Royal Park. You can see how I skated in my ex. Well, now that I have met her sister, I think I will ask her to teach me ice hockey. So I'd like to enjoy winter sports in Sweden. But anyway, so ANA is supporting such kind of exchanges in sports as well. And, today, the relationship between Japan and Sweden is very wide-ranging, not only in business and tourism, but also in academia, art and sports. And I would like to conclude my remarks with a hope that the inauguration of this direct flight will further promote such exchanges between our two countries. Tack så mycket.
Thank you very much. And first of all, I regret having to start with that, of course, my heart and thoughts are with the victims and their relatives from today's shooting. But having said that, I'm the only thing between you and the main course, so I better get started. Your Excellency, Mr. Ambassador, State Secretary, and dear friend, Mr. Inoue-san, ladies and gentlemen, last Friday was indeed a very special day to me. I had the great privilege to be part of the inauguration of the new direct route between Stockholm Arlanda and Tokyo Haneda. And it is truly a milestone that is worth celebrating. As some of you might know, it was actually meant to start operation already in the beginning of 2020. But we all know what happened. The pandemic came and changed the world. But 5 years later, here we are. And I just want to take this opportunity directly to thank you, Mr. Inoue-san, and the whole ANA team for your commitment during the whole pandemic. Thank you very much. And also, of course, thank you very much for hosting this excellent evening together. Last year, I had the pleasure to go to Japan, to Tokyo, to visit you. And of course, I flew with ANA. On my way back, unfortunately, I had to fly via Munich and then transfer and go back to Stockholm because there was obviously no direct route at that point in time. So when I went back and I was approaching Munich, I literally flew just above Stockholm. I could watch down and see my house from 30,000 feet. And whilst I do enjoy flying and I do enjoy watching this beautiful capital from the skies, I think it is also a great illustration of what this connection does. It is not simply about connecting point A to point B. We have actually bridged a geographical gap between two countries that will enable our relations between the countries and the people to grow even stronger. And as was mentioned, Japan and Sweden have more than 150 years of diplomatic history, and Japan is Sweden's second largest export market in Asia. And more than 1,500 Swedish companies engage with Japan, and hundreds of Japanese companies are active here in Sweden. And this route will lead to faster and more efficient access to companies, for companies to partners, clients and opportunities. It will also offer the chance for students and researchers to exchange ideas and experiences that will enrich our societies. It will also lead to seamless journeys between Stockholm and Tokyo for leisure travelers that want to experience different culture in a different part of the world. And this, my friends, is exactly what good connectivity does. It brings people together in a way that actually creates monetary value, of course. It does allow commerce to thrive, but more importantly, it also brings people together in a way that creates value that cannot be measured in monetary terms. I would simply put it as it makes the world a better place. And I think in these days, that is more important than ever. I would like to express my sincere thanks to Mr. Onue-san and the ANA team for their commitment to this route. It reflects a shared belief in the potential of this connection, and we are very honored by your trust and the confidence in Stockholm and in Stockholm Arlanda. Let me also extend my gratitude to everyone who worked really hard for many years to make this route a reality, from government representatives to business leaders and our airport teams. To our Japanese guests, we say Yokoso, welcome to Stockholm, and I wish you all a continued pleasant evening. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you very much.
So what will happen now is that it's going to be a gift exchange, and I know that this is very, very important in what you give the other country. So I'm going to read this by heart so that we get it right. Because many people around the world are interested in the Japanese traditional crafts, and as a Japanese company, ANA are deeply proud of its heritage. At the same time, we feel strongly that we need to preserve these traditions for future generations. On January the 1st, in 2024, the Noto earthquake caused significant damage, destroying the workshops of many craftsmen and putting the important cultural tradition of Vajima lacquerware in jeopardy. However, this tray that we soon are going to hand over represents the spirit of the artisans who are determined to protect and carry on this tradition, even in the face of such adversity. Japan, as you know, is the home to incredible tourist destinations such as Tokyo and Kyoto and other places. But there are also many skilled traditional craftsmen scattered across the country who continue to create extraordinary works. And when you travel with ANA to Tokyo, ANA hope that you will take the time to explore and appreciate these beautiful traditional crafts. So please hand. I'm gonna move away. Tradition and craftsmanship is important. This vase, as you can see here, is actually made just 200 kilometers north of here in Lidingö, so it's kind of Stockholm-based company called Kulong. It's a vase and you put flowers in it, it makes a beautiful flower arrangement. So you can remember Sweden each and every time you look at it. Any of you gentlemen that would like to say a word? No? No, you did extended gifts, now you're happy. Yes, we're happy. Oh, Jonas says, I think they want to have the main course? Of course we do, as Yuna says. Thank you so much. Have you got all the pictures that you want? Yes, can we have the pictures? And while the gentlemen are posing for the pictures, we are soon going to experience some Swedish culture and tradition with the main course. So please enjoy the main course. We'll be served in just a few minutes. Enjoy and we'll be back in a minute.
Yeah.